Firefighters are holding their own against that massive blaze that continues to burn this evening near Soldotna. Channel 2's Adam Pinsker is there tonight and tells us the fire has grown even more since last night. Adam?
Yeah, Mike, it is definitely bigger than it was yesterday, but officials don't know yet by how much. They say it is larger than the 20,000 acres that it consumed by this time last night. Winds have pushed the fire westward toward the Kenai Wildlife Refuge and away from residential neighborhoods. But early this morning, state fire officials say the blaze almost jumped Funny River Road on the northern edge of the fire zone. That's where several homes are located. Crews were able to push the flames back. So far, officials say the winds are cooperating.
We're doing work with hand crews trying to secure this northern boundary along that side, and then we're also trying to secure with dozer lines this side.
We looked at it coming in yesterday and we were surprised of how big it was and how smoky it was coming in. And waking up this morning, it was pretty smoky.
And that gentleman is among dozens of firefighters from all over the state. Nikolai, Stebbins, McGrath, Non-Dalton. They've come in to help provide backup here should people on the front lines need some assistance. Thus far, no evacuation orders have been issued for these neighborhoods near the Soldotna airport. Live in Soldotna, Adam Pinsker, Channel 2 News.
And Adam, before you go, what's the smoke situation? Yesterday when we checked with you, it looked like the smoke plume was going almost straight up. It looks like it's closer to the ground now.
You know what, about an hour ago, it was a little sunnier, and it honestly looked like a mushroom cloud. I mean, there was a huge column of smoke that took some of the officials at the staging area by surprise as well. They came out from a meeting and were looking at it too, so they're still doing an afternoon briefing and should give us some more information on this fire here pretty soon.
All right, Adam Pinsker live in Soldotna tonight. Thanks for the update. Good evening, everyone. It has now doubled in size.
A fire burning in Soldotna has consumed more than 44,000 acres. It started Monday afternoon near the Funny River. The fire is now covering a large area between the Soldotna Airport and the Kenai National Wildlife Refuge.
Channel 2's Adam Pinsker tells us fire officials are bringing in some extra help, right, Adam?
Yeah, Mike, from the air and the ground, water bombers from Alberta, Canada will be here tomorrow to attack this fire from above, and smoke jumpers from the lower 48, along with firefighters from all over Alaska, will be here to help with the fire. An ominous cloud of smoke continued to hover above the central Kenai communities of Soldotna and Kasilof. The fire that started Monday afternoon swelled from just a few thousand acres to 44,000 by Wednesday.
The reason it's grown so much is because we had issues mapping it with the smoke and also with the aircraft availability with visibility limited due to smoke.
Type 2 response team spokesperson Michelle Weston says a fire break on the northern edge of the blaze near Funny River Road helped stave off flames that threatened homes nearby. Some residents are packed and ready to go should an evacuation order come down. What have you packed so far?
Basically just clothes and important documents and pictures.
Kasilof, on the eastern edge of the fire, and communities along Funny River Road continue to be most at risk.
We're having a night shift go on and work on Funny River Road at the northern flank of the fire. We have Central Emergency Services standing by with crews on the road to make sure that the fire doesn't jump.
Firefighters will have to hang on a little longer until reinforcements from Canada and the lower 48 arrive. Also, the Homer Electric Association is watching this fire very closely. They say there are 2 high-voltage transmission lines located on the Sterling Highway between Soldotna and Kasilof that they're concerned the fire could get very close to. Right now, it's still a few miles away. Also, for folks who have livestock, the Soldotna Equestrian Grounds by the Sports Center is taking those animals for you. They'll look after them as long as you provide your own food and water. Live in Soldotna, Adam Pinsker, Channel 2 News.
It's an aerial assault. Good evening, everyone. Planes and helicopters are helping to fight a massive wildfire on the Kenai Peninsula.
The Funny River fire is 62 square miles, covering a swath of land that is sparsely populated.
But Channel 2's Adam Pinsker spoke with some residents today who had a close brush with the flames. Adam?
Yeah, Mike, we are in Kasilof this evening, one of 2 venues for community meetings being held by the Forest Service, and folks are out here to listen to what they have to say about the Funny River fire and the status of the fire, which is 5% contained right now, but there's still plenty of work left to do. From Soldotna to Kasilof and all around the Kenai Peninsula, the Funny River fire is hard to miss. When you saw the flare-ups, I mean, how far were they from your house, you think?
I don't know, but I was thinking about 2 miles.
The fire gave Amber Buffington's Pollard Loop home in Kasilof a little more breathing room Thursday, but it was a different story earlier in the week.
You got pine needles falling all over and ash coming down and smoke, and it's dark like day, or day's dark like night, but yeah, it was pretty scary.
This massive 44,000-acre fire literally comes to a halt on the banks of the Tustamina Lake, the northwestern side of the lake. If you look down here, you see it's completely charred, and just a few feet away from me, some greenery, the beach, and the water. State forestry officials have called in reserves. Officials say 5 helicopters, 4 duck scooper planes, and 3 water bombers were brought in from Canada. Smoke jumpers from the lower 48 and firefighters from all around Alaska are helping with the ground attack. Despite all the chaos, John Morris is unfazed, determined to enjoy a day on the lake with his family.
Just recreating, not at work. I got my 2 weeks off from my job, so I wanted to come down and do some fishing and get in the way and just relax.
Relaxing in the middle of a tense situation. And again, there are 2 community meetings this evening, one taking place right now at Tustamina Elementary, and the other will be at 8 o'clock tonight up the road a little bit in Soldotna at Funny River Road Community Center. Mike and Maria?
Adam, you're seeing a lot of people turning up for the meeting so far.
A lot. Yeah, this parking lot, Maria, was empty about an hour and a half ago. It is full. There's cars parked along here all the way out to the road. There's a lot of people that want answers tonight.
And Adam Pinsker will have an update on those meetings coming up on the late edition at 10 o'clock. Adam Pinsker, thanks for the update. Good evening, everyone. It has now tripled in size.
A massive fire on the Kenai Peninsula continues to grow, now estimated at 63,000 acres. The fire was first reported Monday south of Funny River Road in the Kenai National Wildlife Refuge in Soldotna, but it has since spread, affecting the community of Kasilof.
Channel 2's Adam Pinsker joins us from a new staging area, Skyview High School. Adam, what's going on?
Well, Mike, fire crews will have a lot more room to set up shop here, as they're expecting about 100 or maybe 200 more of their fellow firefighters to come and join them. Meantime, some of those crews are out in the field tonight as incident commanders brief residents on the latest on this massive blaze.
This is a room full of hardworking people who want to save their homes.
They offered their bulldozers, their time, and their sweat. Anything to keep this 63,000-acre fire away from their homes.
There's plenty of people in this community that don't want to be in the position of Tyonek where the fire's in the town.
Kasilof resident Martin Galloway remembers the 2007 Caribou Hills fire, the last major blaze to devastate the central Kenai Peninsula. He's worried emergency managers waited too long to tell residents to leave.
They were going to get warning, and they didn't get warning until after it was too late because, oh well, the weather was all fine, but then the wind kicked up the last minute.
Though massive, the Funny River fire poses no immediate threat to homes or businesses, according to incident leader Rob Allen. He says 230 people are fighting this fire, and that number will grow by Friday. 4 water bombers and 4 helicopters are dousing the fire from above.
I had the opportunity to fly today with the refuge manager, and what we looked at today and what I saw today made me feel a lot better about the fire not getting up into a big head of steam.
Incident manager Rob Allen says crews will be focusing on the western flank of the fire Friday. Allen assured residents off Funny River Road to the north of the fire and folks living to the south of it in Kasilof that things are under control. But that isn't enough to satisfy Galloway.
I'm going to do as best I can to make sure it doesn't get to my house. If that means being at somebody else's house, helping to stop it, whatever, I'll do that.
Soldotna and Kasilof residents say they won't stand still as long as this fire is on the move. And the Division of Forestry says a ban against all open burning remains in effect, but that ban does not include campfires. That has some residents concerned because a lot of folks come down here from Anchorage and beyond for the Memorial Day holiday weekend, and they're concerned that some of those people may actually light campfires and leave them unattended, which some say has led to the massive Funny River fire. Mike?
And Adam, with the smoke plume we see behind you, they probably have good reason to be concerned. So tell us more about this meeting tonight. How many people were there, and what was the mood and atmosphere of the residents there?
It was definitely standing room only, Mike, and a lot of these residents, they were a little skeptical of the fire officials' assessment of the blaze. They felt like maybe they weren't taking it as seriously, they weren't being as upfront as they should be about the severity of the fire, and some of them even offered to help fight it.